everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Movie Cranks. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. But today, I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix original movie, Point Blank, directed by Joe Lynch, starring Crossbones and the Falcon, or Captain America, or I don't know, something like that. It has Marvel's Frank Grillo and Anthony Mackie. So going into this one, I had a few issues I wanted to discuss before I even sat down to watch it. First, when I told somebody I was watching Point Blank, first thing I got was, huh? Point Break? That's old. I've already seen Point Break. No, Point Blank. This isn't Point Break. I know it's confusing, but 77-year-old men just don't seem to get it. Well, what's it about? And that's when it hit me. You know, I had no idea what this movie was about. Right there, I knew two things I needed to be looking for when I watched this movie. That's Grillo and Mackie. Could they jump out of the comic book movies and show me some acting range, or was this just going to be the Falcon and Crossbones team up? Next, what was this movie all about? I saw the trailer but came out with absolutely no idea. I knew it was an action movie, and that's about all. Is there a story or not? After watching this one, I can say, for the most part, my concerns were pretty warranted. It's entertaining, but the script, for the most part, is a hot mess. So let's jump right in with that. Point Blank is a story of a nurse played by Anthony Mackie who gets caught up in some criminal activity after his pregnant wife is kidnapped by one of his patient's brothers. He then gets entangled between the guys who kidnapped his wife and some dirty cops. What I came out with was a movie that feels like a buddy cop movie without the cop aspect. I'm just going to call it a buddy convict movie, even though you never really learn if Abe and his brother Mateo are even convicts. Actually, you never learn anything about either one's backstory or why they're so motivated to bring down these dirty cops. Were they criminals that were framed and sent to prison? I don't know. At one point, Mateo says this is what they do for a living. Okay, so are they private investigators, reporters, bounty hunters? This movie ends up so convoluted. You can't even really spoil it because it never even spoils itself. I was expecting to learn who these guys were by the end. They even set up a series of flashbacks with the perfect opportunity to tell us, but they don't ever tell us. Maybe they were figuring sequel bait, but Grillo just walks off into the sunset with no explanation of why he risked his life for this. As far as the acting, you have Mackie and Grillo. My personal opinion on these two is that they're talented actors with absolutely no range. They seem to play the identical characters in every movie. Maybe with Mackie taking over the role of Captain America, if that ever becomes a thing, I will change my mind. He does portray charisma in his films, and at the same time, I never thought Chris Evans as having range until his role as Steve Rogers helped me change my mind. Grillo, on the other hand, is just what it is. I like the guy. Don't get me wrong, but the best way to explain this is to compare him to another actor, Jon Bernthal. Both actors play similar types of characters. The tough guy, think about it. The Punisher, which Bernthal played on Netflix for 3 seasons. Now replace Bernthal with Grillo. Still sounds good, right? But it's just lacking something now. It's called charisma, something Bernthal has and Grillo lacks. It's that ability to play an asshole, but yet at the same time, make everybody like you regardless. Here I didn't care what happened to Grillo's character, or his brother Mateo. There's a scene that's supposed to, get you all emotionally aroused, and well, I just didn't care. Abe and Mateo here start the movie as assholes, and end the movie on the same note. I feel like maybe I should have started this with what I liked. I did find the movie entertaining. It has some good pacing, and the production value was high. The cinematography was slick. Even though the editing was on crack, it felt like a movie that could have possibly released to theaters maybe 10 or 15 years ago. Probably would have still bombed, but still. Also, the action scenes are good. There's not as many as I wanted to see, but the scenes like the one in the car wash are still fun to watch. Even though the soundtrack choices here made absolutely no sense. I think that was The Weeknd playing over the fight. The choice was just awkward and not the only time they do this during the movie. Then there was another actor. I want to mention him because this guy, if he was in more of the movie, I think I would have probably enjoyed it just a little more. I don't know his name in the movie. I think he's Big D. and he's towards the end of the movie. If you watch it, you'll understand. He does his best impersonation of Kevin Hart. He may not be original, but I thought the character was fun. So to rate this movie point blank is a convoluted action movie with little character progression that should have been made 15 years ago. But given all of its weaknesses, I still walked out mildly entertained. I'll give Point Blank, a C minus. It just needed more character development and a better soundtrack. It's the little things that make or break. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed my review of Point Blank. If you did, leave a like. If you saw it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget, like I said, hit that subscribe button. But until next time, guys, see ya.